Hello, my tinfoil hat fabulous friends. Welcome to the rapid fire Q&A conspiracy theory. I asked you to put your favorite conspiracy theories down below, and let's see what the tarot will tell us. I'm not going to do any of these a really deep dive. It's again rapid fire. We're going to be like yes, no, maybe so. I'm going to be using the old style tarot. Oh, look at that, the clock agrees. This is a good deck. This deck has been so connected to me and just banging out the answers. So I thought, what not? Why wouldn't I use this deck? So we've got a lot of repeat questions. So don't be offended if I miss your question. I'm just going to ask it the first time. I think there's a couple of them. Is Diana alive? I'm just going to tell you right now, no, she's not. I've read about that early in the channel, and also I do the auto writing with her. She is well on the other side. She is not alive. I did see, is the JFK Jr. there alive? Oh, I got an Ace of Wands in reverse. But we'll get to that one. And also I reserve the right not to ask your question. Just because maybe it like pushes some boundaries I'm not willing to cross. Like, please don't ask me to do any auto writing with anybody who's evil. That just won't happen. Or any like kind of intimate questions with somebody who's evil. I just don't want that energy brought into my life. All right, so those are the rules. So let's get started. Rapid fire Q&A, and we are starting with, did Trump's uncle steal inventions from Nikola Tesla's room when he was tasked with clearing it out after Tesla's death? Now, for those of you who don't know, Trump's uncle John was friends with Tesla, and he was tasked with the cleaning out of Tesla's room. Now, Tesla died a pauper and deeply in debt, if you can believe it or not. But that's how they ruin you. No papers of his were found in his room. So that's a very legit question. I wouldn't mind seeing what the answer is to this either. Did Trump's uncle steal inventions from Nikola Tesla's room when he was tasked with clearing it out after Tesla's death? And that would be John Trump. It's his dad's brother. That Trump family just gets curiouser and curiouser. I'm just warming them up. Okay, they feel ready. All right. So rapid fire, upright positive, reversals negative, strength, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, blank card. Now, the blank card in here, in this deck, that's another reason I like using this deck. That's a stop card. And so this is telling me a yes, a solid yes. I just want to make sure you can see all those. This is a solid yes, and this would be his uncle coming in to clean it up. The Page of Pentacles is a yes. They're selling you something. Yeah. So that's, again, the blank card. If it shows up, we stop and we only read the cards before then. And this is a solid yes. And this is actually, he was tasked with that. So I'm not quite exactly sure. Was he CIA, FBI? He was definitely involved in the military somehow. Yes, absolutely he was. Okay. What happened to American broadcaster Wendy Williams, an African-American woman? Because there's so many with that name. Okay, so Wendy Williams, she is, I'm assuming you're talking about the one that has been placed in a hold for her own mental health. They've diagnosed her with dementia. People are trying to take her money from her. I'm assuming that's the one that you're asking about, because there is big conspiracy around her. She says there's nothing wrong with her. You'll see a picture of her in the window saying, "Save me, help me." And the next thing you know, like, you see her, zombied out. So, but you could be medicated that way too. So let's find out what is going on with Wendy Williams. Upright positive, reversals negative. Upright positive, reversals negative. 10 of Pentacles, legacy, money, strength. Isn't that interesting? We just got the strength card twice. The Magician. Oh, there's some funny stuff going on. The Moon. Oh, there is some trickster energy. Somebody's trying to muzzle her. The Moon. Three of Cups. Somebody close to Queen of Swords. Well, there's the legal part that is keeping her in check. I'm just going to pull this in a little so you can see. I'm going to put 1B here and 1B here, so I don't have to keep checking. Okay. Underlying Queen of Cups in reverse. Well, there's her mental illness problem. Queen of Cups in reverse. That the cards can be more clear. So I mean, these cards have just been banging it out lately. Okay, yes, there is some kind of oh, that's only 6. Who's the crazy one? Oh, the Tower in reverse. There we go. And then the Queen of Cups. Okay, there is definitely somebody close to her. There's 3 of Cups, and I believe it was like a sister or a brother, or it definitely is somebody. Could even be a child, a son. Did absolutely get this contract on her. And what she's going through is self-inflicted. I'm not that sure about her. I think I don't know if there was drug use at all, but it was definitely self-inflicted here, and it's definitely a money issue. They're also hiding something about her here. They are definitely trying to muzzle her, and there's some spin doctoring, trickster energy going on with the people around her. They with this Moon in between and the Magician up in reverse and 3 of Cups, they aren't they're not saying who they actually are or what the real reasons are. Let's just put it that way. There's always a good reason, and then there's always the real reason. They aren't explaining what the real reason is, but here's the Queen of Swords. I don't know if she's ever going to get out of this at all. This is a man-made problem. So I don't know. It could be medication. It absolutely could be medication or too much partying and illegal drugs or lifestyle. But this is definitely man-made. This isn't. If this was upright, I'd say, oh yeah, she's had a stroke or there's some kind of dementia, because when you're talking health, the Tower is always something to do with the head. But it's in reverse. So it's definitely a man-made issue, and it's definitely has to do with her money, her legacy, and even perhaps the inheritance. But yeah, she's definitely struggling with mental health issues. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Did the cryptids, Dogman, and Bigfoot really exist? Now, I have done a reading on Bigfoot, and I believe it's on this channel. And the cards then said that Bigfoot did exist. So I'm not going to reread that. And the cards also said we will have proof within, well, it said in the near future, whatever that means, we'll actually find a couple, a male and a female, deceased. So that's interesting. So the cryptids. Let's just ask about the Dogman. Does the Dogman really exist? Upright positive, reversals negative. Upright positive, reversals negative. Okay, that was an interesting cut. 10 of Wands in reverse. 2 of Cups upright. Queen of Wands in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Oh, and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. No, absolutely, the Dogman does not exist. No. This could be somebody's wish or fantasy. But look at, we've got 6 in reverse. And even like the 3 of Pentacles is like, there's no plan. The Sun, No, nothing's been birthed. Four of Cups, kind of regrets. Five of Pentacles in reverse, like coming in from out of the cold. Queen of Wands is kind of a liar. I think with the Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands, I think this is just a story that's made up. This is somebody's wishful thinking. No, Dogman does not exist. No. Okay. There is something really going on at Denver Airport. Is it made by Illuminati? I have to agree. That's a great question. I ring the bell after each one to clear the cards to get rid of the energy. Is there something really going on at Denver Airport? And is it made by the Illuminati? It's a weird airport. Five of Cups. Can't let go of the past. Nine of Swords in reverse. Both of those are like strong depression cards. Interesting. Anxiety. Maybe they want to create anxiety and depression in people. Or it could be something underneath that is creating anxiety and depression. Denver Airport. What can you tell us? Upright positive, reversals negative. Cards are ready. Ace of Cups. Wow. Something's on offer. The Magician in reverse. Trickster energy. Ace of Wands. Two aces. So we definitely have a yes. We have some kind of passion thing here going on. The Emperor in reverse. Ace of Swords. Now we have an Ace of Swords in reverse. They aren't telling you the truth, what it is. There's something here that is attached to emotions. Three of Wands in reverse. Let me see. Yeah, that's making it in there. Page of Swords in reverse. So this is fascinating. Strength. This is fascinating. You know what? I think that there's something here about emotions and passion and ideas and moving forward. Ace of Wands is absolutely, that would be travel. Ace of Swords is air travel. So that's what's very interesting about the Ace of Swords is in reverse. I think that with the Three of Wands in reverse and Page of Swords in reverse, I think it's quite controversial. And we have the Emperor here in reverse. It's almost done to invoke an emotion and a passion within people. But was it done on purpose? No, I think it's more of an artsy-fartsy kind of thing, because that's what art does. It's supposed to invoke emotions and passion in people. Here, especially with the Magician card, it manifests and it brings something into existence. But this person wanted to bring in other feelings than love, and there's definitely a sense of fear that they wanted to project here. But the thing is that it didn't project fear; it projected questions. And the Strength card here in reverse is, it's almost as if they did this on purpose to get these kind of questions going, right? It's like, you know what I'm hearing? Ring and run. You think someone's at the door, you go to answer, and nobody's there. And that's what this kind of is a ring and run. Is there anything evil going on there? No, not at all. We wouldn't have had the Strength upright. We have the Emperor here in reverse. That shows that somebody's like bullying you into feeling this way. Somebody who doesn't have this. I'm hearing the Emperor has no clothes. Also, we don't have some of the Illuminati cards, like the Devil, for example, or the High Kings. Even the King of Swords, the King of Words, would be like your Illuminati. We don't have that at all. So I think this was just an art project that was meant to invoke an emotion and passion, and I'm not getting that because also look at we only have two upright. So yes, the artwork is weird. Yes, it is to invoke passion and emotions, and that was done on purpose to get negative emotions going. The only questioning I have here is this Page of Swords in reverse. is they don't really want people really looking into it. This is the research card, and it's in reverse. But it also could be telling us with this Three of Wands in reverse, people are looking in the wrong direction. They aren't looking in the right direction for the research of that. So I would research the artist of that, who's this emperor here, and perhaps he's a little bit twisted and wants to control people's fears. But I don't think there's anything beyond that. I know, sorry, some of you are hoping like some of the questions are will be like, yes, it's, oh my God, it's evil. But none of the cards don't indicate that at all. All right. Will the Liberal Party, conservative / USA Republican equivalent, win the Australian federal election on the 3rd of May, 2025? So will the Liberal Party, will they win the Australian federal election on the 3rd of May? Isn't that fascinating? Canada and Australia have elections like almost a week apart. You have to wonder if China arranged that. I kid. Okay, will the Liberal Party win the Australian elections on May the 3rd, 2025? Upright positive, reversals negative. Upright positive, Alberta. Why did I say Alberta? Huh, interesting. Unless, are one of them, their name's Albert? The Magician in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, 2 of Wands upright, 6 of Wands in reverse. That right there tells me no. 4 of Cups in reverse, blank card, we have to stop. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They've got goals and plans to win. Absolutely. But right here, the 6 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Cups, regrets. Ace of Swords is no. It's an absolute no. 10 of Cups is sadness. 10 of Cups upright is joy and happiness and things completing the way that you want it to. And the Magician here is in reverse. So my cards, I have no idea who these people are saying no. Strong no. Strong no. That doesn't mean they don't want to win or they aren't trying to win, right? They aren't, it's, there might be something that they bring the world's attention to it for some reason and say, help us, what's going on here? All right. Okay, are there going to be Social Security benefits payouts for a generation to come in the U.S.? And I think there was another question regarding this as well. So will there be Social Security benefit payouts for generations to come? Which is kind of a good question because what's going on in the world right now? Who knows if the countries are going to go bankrupt? Okay, U.S. generations to come Social Security benefits. 4 of Swords, they won't increase. Page of Cups, surprising news. 8 of Cups in reverse. If they are, they're not going to increase. King of Cups in reverse. That's Elon. 5 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. No. I'm going to say no. And, well, plus we have the Ace of Swords here in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. I think, if anything, whoever has it right now will continue to have it. I don't think they're going to take that away. But I'm not seeing much of a big future for that. So I think whoever has it now, it's not going to increase. They're not going to take it away. But I think they're looking at what they're going to do in the future with it. All right. So that's a no. But if you have it right now, it looks like they're going to let you keep it. Okay, let me get these next ones up here. Okay, were there any links on Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and many more ultimately deaths? If so, why? So I'm going to have to try that again. Any links in Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain, and many, many more. I think she meant to write, oh yeah, it says untimely death. Untimely deaths. Why? If so, why? So is there any connection between all those singers? Is there any connection at all with all those singers? Is there any connection at all with all those singers? That's actually a great question. Is there any question? Is there any connection between all those singers and their untimely deaths? Cards are ready. King of Pentacles. Whoa. Nine of Cups. Five of Wands in reverse. There's a struggle. The Emperor in reverse and the King of Pentacles. King of Wands upright. Two of Swords in reverse. 6, 7. Ace of Cups. Yes. Yes, there is. Look at the players we've got here. We got a King of Wands, we got the Emperor, and we got the King of Pentacles. And we have the struggle. Five of Wands. Isn't that interesting? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You listed 5 names. And there they are. Showed right up in the reading. Yeah, you know, the thing is, you know what it might be for? Money. King of Pentacles here. Look at Michael Jackson was worth more dead than he was alive. After he died, you know, his sales went through the roof, and his fortune for his children increased. Also with the Two of Swords here in reverse, if this was upright, it'd be like, well, they can't really make a decision. I think a decision is made. And here's this Ace of Cups, the offer. I think that we do have this Emperor on top. Whoever that is at the hidden hand that rules the world. Perhaps they were going to expose some kind of information about this Emperor. You know, when you think about it, who could that be? Is that Diddy, right? Or Epstein, or any of them that are right here. And so somebody was making money off of it, and the decision actually, it was almost like a no decision. And there's the Ace of Cups. Yes. Now the Nine of Cups upright, they make it look like that it was all drugs or alcohol, right? Michael Jackson, well, yeah, we know that was doctor-fed drugs. Whitney Houston, yeah, she was in a bathtub with prescription drugs. Prince, I don't know what was Prince drugs. Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain on heroin. He committed suicide by friendly fire. So there's the card right there. So there's the king. Somebody here was feeding them this stuff. Here's the struggle. It was on order by this emperor. This would be the ultimate bully, the ultimate dictator. And interesting, this King of Wands here, that's entrepreneur. Usually King of Wands is pretty outstanding guy. Same thing with King of Pentacles, but money changes people too. So yeah, there is a link. There is a link, and it's between these people here. And here's the drugging, at least those 5 that you mentioned. Yes, and it's run by the hidden hand. Well, I mean, whoever you want to think that is. Absolutely, 100%. And he has his foot soldiers out here, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. And the decision's final once your name's on the list. Night, night. Okay. Vince Foster. I don't know if I want to read that one because I'm really not sure about that, what he did to himself in the back of his head. And oh, I see. Okay. I have to, honestly, when I read fast, I I've explained it before. I have to slow myself down. Vince Foster, did he double tap himself in the back of the head? What is Killary's body account? Can we, I don't know, can we count that high? I'm just kidding. I don't know if the cards will show us the body count. That's two kind of separate questions. I think the first one is obvious. You don't double tap yourself in the back of the head. Let's just see if the cards will give us. Hillary Clinton is, there's people that say that a lot of people around her double tap themselves in the back of the head. Let's just see. Maybe the cards will, I mean, I don't know if it's exactly her, but maybe she's responsible or calls it. Let's see. Let's see if the cards will give us any answers on that. Cards are ready. Like, I don't know anybody who has 56 friends who have double tapped themselves in the back of the head. Do you? The Sun. It's almost a no. Judgment. No more chances. 9 of Cups. So there's a 9. Ace of Cups. 8 of Swords. Ooh, look at that. Back of the head. Look at that. So the cards did answer that question for you. Page of Swords in reverse. And 8 of Cups in reverse. Well, let's see. So we don't count the majors. So there's a 9. There's 10. 18. Don't count the court cards. And 8. 26. What's the underlying? Strength. That shows her strength. But yeah, look at that. Cards answered that for you. So I'm going to say at least 26, if not more, according to my sources that are darkened and don't get in. There's the unaliving. If you think the Sun is alive, there's the Sun going dark and no more chances, the Judgment card. And then the 8 of Cups, you're stuck with a sword in the back of your head. Strength, it's to show to quiet people. The Strength card is actually, her hands are keeping the lion's mouth closed so that it keeps you quiet. So there you go. Okay, that was a great question. Do underworld tunnel cities really exist? Oh, I like this one too. Do underworld and tunnel cities really exist? Now, we know they have in the past because we found them. Gadepi tepi. I can't say that word. That word is one of the words my brain knows how to say. My tongue refuses to say it the way my brain reads it. Gadepi tepi. I reverse. Oh, honestly. Okay, do underworld tunnel cities really exist today? Do they really exist today? Do they really exist today? Do they really exist today? I'm really trying to mix these up because it seems like we're getting, as much as I try, the energies are, do they really exist today? Cards are ready. Judgment in reverse. Well, right away, that's a no. But 7 of Swords. Oh, there's some kind of strategy. The Moon. The Moon. The Star. Knight of Pentacles. 6 of Swords in reverse. They aren't, oh, you know what? They're not underwater. The Queen of Cups in reverse. They're not underwater. But yes, that's a soft yes. They're not where we think they are. They're between 2 pillars is how you get into them. I don't think that they are under the oceans. I don't think, because look at all the water cards that are in reverse. So it's saying not underwater, but look at all the rock cards. Strategy, there's a big rock, there's rock. Now, the star here, she is standing on the earth. Knight of Pentacles, he's definitely an earth sign watching the earth. But look at the Six of Swords here in reverse, Queen of Cups. She sits on water, Judgment sits on water. So I think it is possibly near the water, right? She's steady on the land, and there's the water. Also, this is the Aquarius symbol, the star. Oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. So no, it's not underwater. I believe that it's hidden because we have the moon here. It's hidden by rocks, and there is a strategy. I don't think you'll ever find it. I think that there's people guarding the entrances to it, but we have a soft yes here. But it's definitely, they're not underwater. They're not under a big lake, or they're not in the ocean. Some people talk about, or, I did that 5-part series on Antarctica, and the cards kept saying they're under the ice in Antarctica. So that could be it as well. That they're there. They're definitely on the land, right? Antarctica is still on the land. It's not under the sea. And it's well hidden. And they have a strategy. I would say it's between two big posts would be the entrance. And that's why I think it might be Antarctica. It's on the land, and then it's surrounded by water. So yes, they do. This is a soft yes, but it's not where you think it is. It's not under any kind of water, and it's not anywhere that it has been before. Right? So it's not back in Turkey. It's not back in some of the other places. It's definitely not. They've moved on from there. This could almost be like, a lot of people say it's in the desert or Mount Shasta, right? We got a mount here. Could be something like that. I'm leaning more towards like a flat land that you wouldn't recognize what it is, but it's being guarded. So maybe that's what they're guarding at Area 51, is the entrance. Well, isn't that, what if the entrance is Fort Knox? Right? Okay, that was a great question. Okay. Is William going to hold his brother and the hussy accountable for what they did? All right. Let's see. Let's just outright ask. Upright positive, reversals negative. Is William going to hold his brother and the hussy accountable? Not just take away titles. I get this question, because all you have to do is go to my other channel and you'll see I'm constantly talking about this question. Is William going to hold his brother, so Harold or Harry and Meghan, accountable, which is different than just, a slap on the wrist and take their titles away. Make them accountable. What does that mean? Treason? Cards are ready. Strength. Well, she's a Leo. Two of Wands. He has no plans right now. 7 of Cups. He's thinking of other ways. He's absolutely thinking of other ways. The Empress in reverse. He's more concerned about his wife, or he might be waiting till his wife is on the throne. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. The Magician. One more tying one. 9 of Swords. Yeah, you know what? It keeps him up at night. He is thinking of ways to do it. He's conferring with his wife. Also, what did they do to the Queen? And are they disavowing, the Sandringham Summit? Maybe it has something to do with that. I just did a big read on that, and it was something to do with the Queen's death. And so that would be the Empress in reverse. She was the last Empress, the Queen. Next Empress will be Catherine. I think that he's waiting for things to kind of work out, and it actually keeps him up at night. He's thinking of different ways to do. Right now, he doesn't have any exact plans. And it looks like, I thought that might be Megan, but it's not. You know what that is? That's actually the royal family, the strength card, the Leo card. I think he's looking at what he can do within his legal rights for the royal family. He could also be conferring with his Auntie Anne, who the cards show time and time again is his strength, his Auntie Anne. So it's going to be something to do with his grandmother, maybe take away their titles or something like that. But he's got a couple of things, couple of options, and he hasn't made up his mind what he's going to do. He's coming up with something, and it might be if they want back in, then he might drop the hammer or something. But yeah, it keeps him up at night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a soft yes. Soft yes. And he's thinking about it already. And this also might tell us he's got other things, like his dad just is having some reactions. We know his dad's not going to get better from cancer. So he might have other things on his mind right now, but he's definitely coming up with something. All right, let's see. Let me get to these next ones. Okay. Now we got a couple of royal card questions here, so that's kind of neat that they're all kind of grouped together. Now one of these questions is, and it's kind of doubles it, will the Sussex squad, meaning the people who support Harry and Meghan, will they ever be held accountable? I think that goes in with I think yes, they will, but they don't know what they're doing right now with them. Okay. And is the king still helping his darling boy behind the scenes, although he's very angry with him? This will be interesting because apparently they didn't tell Harry that his dad was in the hospital. Harry was whining that he found out through the media. So let's find out. But that doesn't mean the king isn't helping him and keeping it quiet. Just this will be a really quick rapid fire, yes or no. Is the king still helping Harry behind the scenes? Even though in public it looks like he's angry with him. Okay, cards are ready. Death in reverse. Oh my lord. The World upright, 10 of Cups upright, the Hermit in reverse, there he is. The Lovers in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man upright. 1, 2, 3. No, he's not. He's not at all. Here's the Death card in reverse. That's the Scorpio. The Hermit card in reverse. That's the King. That's Harry. This is the that book is closed. The World here, done. The 10 of Cups. Look at the 2 here. The family is finished for Harry. Harry is no way back in. The Lovers, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. He's stuck in that marriage, and while he's stuck in that marriage, he has no way back. The king is not helping him. No, absolutely not. No, not as long as he's married to that woman. No, the Hanged Man, no. Okay. All right. One more royal one. Do the Sussexes have any children? Do they actually have any children? Now, this will be another rapid fire one. A lot of these royal questions, you can find all the answers on my other channel, Mystical Fortunes Tarot. They're all in there. Just go to the little magnifying glass at the top and put that in, and the YouTube will find you the exact video that you need. So I'll do one more, and then that's it for royal questions, because this channel, I'm trying to keep it away from royal, I'm trying to keep them separate, but I will do it for this conspiracy Q&A. For those of you who don't watch my other channel, then you can get a taste of what's going on with the royal family, because there's lots of conspiracies around the royal family. Do the Sussexes have any real children? Cards are ready. Strength. Man, we're getting this strength card a lot, hey? I wonder what's up with that. 7 of Swords. Ooh, strategy to rule over the royal family. The Empress in reverse. That's no pregnancies. That's no pregnancies. The 6 of Wands in reverse. That's not successful. Ace of Wands in reverse. No. This is the phallic symbol. 4 of Pentacles. That's secrets that they're keeping. Closer. Oh, and the Lovers. No, they don't. There's 4. So it's a soft no. There's some kind of strategy here to keep the royal family under wraps and keeping their secrets. But the Lovers, they're not even lovers. Ace of Wands, I'm going to say no, plus no pregnancy here, no successful pregnancy. 6 of Wands in reverse, the Empress in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse. No successful pregnancy or fertilizing the seed, let's put it that way. No, I don't think Harry has enough sperm. All right, so that was easy. That was very plain and simple. Okay. Are the chemtrails made from planes, and are they being used for nefarious means like weather manipulation, illnesses, war, etc.? Now, I've done some readings on the chemtrails, so full disclaimer, I'm full believer in chemtrails. And let's just see, are they being used for nefarious means like weather manipulation, illnesses, war tactic? For some reason, I think I remember last time I read on this that it was to block us from vitamin D, but I want to see with everything that's going on in the world right now, it has something to do with war. 4 of Wands in reverse could be death. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Pentacles upright, the Tower in reverse, the Magician in reverse. Okay, 1, 2. What's the underlying here? 7 of Pentacles. It's a long-term plan that they have. I'm thinking that they're working with, look at, we got 6 and 3 of Pentacles here. So it's countries all working together. And this is a man-made, definitely man-made situation here. I'm not getting that. I was looking for the 4 of Swords for illness. I'm not getting that it's for illness. It's definitely, it's not war. We don't have any military cards on here. I'm wondering if it's weather manipulation. Or like to keep people compliant, complacent, content, right? Yeah, I think I'm not getting that it's an illness. I think it's to keep people, it's definitely man-made. It's definitely, the Magician here is telling me it's trickster energy, and they work together. They work together. I'm thinking that the countries kind of work together. We don't have like one full leader here, right? We don't have any kings or that type of any court cards here at all. So I'm almost getting that it's countries. I'm not getting that it's war. I'm not getting that it's illnesses. I'm getting that it's to keep us quiet. And I'm trying to think of the word. Complacent, not argumentative. And so maybe that is blocking the vitamin D. Maybe that is, but it's a long-term plan. It's definitely a long-term plan that they have. It's not a one-off. That's why they have to keep doing it over and over and over. Definitely man-made, 100% man-made. 100% man-made. And I think it'll go on for a while yet. But yeah, it's not for war, and it's not for illness. It's for more to keep us docile. That's the word. Okay, so then we have another one here about will KC3 get rid of the current government? Will the world realize a net zero is a scam? Will Trump be successful? Will UKPM find out? So there's a couple of questions in there. I can see that, you know what I'm going to ask here? What this will kind of summarize that. Will the WEF be successful with their global stuff? Right? I don't think, to tell you the truth, on the other channel, I've read about King Charles and what's he doing. I've read on this channel, King Charles and Trump and Canada, and I think he's just got bigger problems on his plate right now, to tell you the truth. If he's fighting for his life, if his cancer treatments are going wonky on him, I think he's just like leaving it to the politicians. So I've read about he's just kind of like rolling with the punches. But the other questions are: is the WEF going to win? That's their net zero. They are and the UK PM, he's WF. The Prime Minister is trying to get into Canada. He's WEF. You don't have to say allegedly. They're on the WF website. So is King Charles. So let's find out. Will the WF be in control of the United Kingdom? Let's put it that way, because this is more United Kingdom net zero and whatnot. They're trying to bring it into Canada too, but it's not quite here yet. Queen of Swords in reverse. Well, that's the end of a contract. Ace of Swords in reverse. No. Nine of Cups upright. Page of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. The Lovers upright. And Four of Swords upright. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 underlying strength. Now it's in reverse. I don't think the WF is going to be successful in those things. I think there's going to be a moratorium on it. I think that it's still going to be embattled for a little while, and then there'll be an agreement, and then it'll be quiet for a while. But right now, I think they're kind of going by the seat of their pants, to tell you the truth. I'm getting a real scrambly energy going on here. The Ace of Swords is a no. Queen of Swords is the end of a contract. And Nine of Cups is almost like a victory, like a wish coming true. Somebody's victory comes true. I'm almost wondering if, I don't think it's going to end right away, but I'm getting that in about 9 months, something might be a lot different, or they're going to put some of that stuff on the back burner for whatever reason. Maybe there's too many uprisings. Maybe then they come to an agreement and say, okay, yeah, we're going to put some of this stuff to bed right now because we have bigger fish to fry. All right? Okay. All right. Okay, is Princess Diana buried at Althorpe? If not, is she buried at the family vault in the church? I know you've been asked this question before, and you said that you've done a reading on this subject, but after many hours of trying to find it, I couldn't find it. Have a lovely day. Okay, no, she's not where she says she is, and I didn't do a reading on it. I think it was a auto writing on it. But it definitely came out. They had to actually hide her. And that's one of the secrets that Meghan has. Meghan knows where she's buried and is threatening to let loose where she is. She's not where you expect her to be. That's what the cards were very clear on that. And that was just for grave robbing purposes, or people who wanted, some kind of souvenir of her or some such thing. But she's in a secret location. Only her family and, of course, William and Harry know. And remember, Harry and Meghan went to Althorpe to go see Diana's grave. And they did a big production where they tell everybody Diana is. but we all know that that was just for show. But yeah, the cards did say Megan does know where she's buried, and that's part of the thing that she's holding over the family's head. That would be one of the things that she would expose in her diary. Okay. Okay. Now this one I wanted to read. Will there be peace when Putin passes, or will they get another tyrant? Has Putin wiped out most of the eligible breeding Russian men? Now, I want to add to that, is Putin still alive? My cards keep saying that's not him, that he actually passed away last year. And now Zelensky's saying that Putin doesn't have much longer. So what's going on here? What's going on? And it seemed like every time my card said, no, he's passed, then he'd show up. But then I would show he's always sitting down, or he's standing far away from people so you can't see how, like, you can't figure out the height. So we know he has at least 3 body doubles. That's a fact. I don't even have to say allegedly. So what's going on? So will Putin pass, or has he passed? And also I read that once he's gone, the next president of Russia is going to be a female. And it sounds like it's going to be that person that he disposed of, his wife. Okay, so Putin, is Putin alive? If so, can you tell us how long he has left? Strength in reverse. Well, if he is alive, he's very weak. He's weakened. I just realized I didn't check to see. There we go. I thought I had something there, but I think I moved it. 7 of Wands. Well, he's taking the high road. He's defending his actions. Oh, the Tower in reverse. 8 of Swords. Huh. Page of Swords upright. Ace of Swords in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, I think he needs some kind of surgery. I think we're going to hear that he has some kind of surgery coming up. But let's see. 1, 2, 3, only 3 upright. I think he is, if he is alive, he's really sick. He actually really is sick. We might hear something that he needs some kind of surgery. But this 8 of Swords tells me with the Tower in reverse, there's some kind of man-made thing. So I don't know. Was he a smoker? Now he's got lung cancer, that kind of thing. Or was he a heavy drinker? Now he has liver cancer. That kind of thing is going on here. But he's definitely in a weakened position. Absolutely. I'm not getting any death cards here. I'm not getting any death cards. And I'm not getting like, I don't have the devil, so he doesn't have cancer. But he does have something. He's definitely in a weakened position. And he shows up to show that he's still in control. But I think he's going to need some kind of surgery soon. But it's a man-made condition that he has. You know, diabetes, for example, from eating, the wrong foods. Is stress, maybe give himself, heart problems with stress. He's definitely in a weakened position. And don't be surprised if we hear something that he needs some kind of surgery. All right, so that's Putin. Okay, now this is a kind of a tricky question. And I don't mean to offend anybody by this question. Why were the Muslims really brought in? Why were the Muslims really brought in? And I think, obviously this is somebody who's asked from the UK, from any country in Europe. When I left Europe, because we lived in Europe, when I left Europe in 2015, it was already pretty full. And then when we went back last year for when I was there for a couple of months in the winter, I was kind of shocked at in less than 10 years the amount that were there. I'm like, what's going on? It was kind of jarring in a way. All right. So, but why were they really brought in? They're like, and almost invited and brought in, like paid for everything. A lot of them are here in Canada as well. They come as refugees. I don't understand how you can be a refugee when you have to go to the next continent, 2 continents over. No, if you're a true refugee, you go to the next safest country. Like, I don't understand it. So why were they really brought in? Why were the Muslims really brought in? And they were really brought in. It's not just a coincidence that people want to move there. There's definitely something. Why were they really brought in? And I don't mean any offense to anybody who's a Muslim by this question. I think you would like to know the answer to this as well. Why? What's the real reason behind this? Strength in reverse. Man, what's up with this strength card? Before I ask the next question, I'm going to get clarification on this strength card. It's showing up in just about every question. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. It was to release something, money, wealth distribution, and weaken the countries that they go into, because all of them, they're all on benefits. Very few of them at work. At least, that's the experience that I saw. 10 of Cups. Come bring your family, and they'll bring all their families. 9 of Cups. The Wish. Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. King of Swords. Political. 100% political. There's the King of Swords. Political. 3 of Wands. Patience. Political. You know what it is? So they stay in power. So the politicians stay in power. They bring the people in, and it just so happens there's lots of people who are of the Muslim faith who are living in squalor conditions, or maybe under a dictator or whatever. Come on in. Come on in. We've got houses for you. You don't have to work. We'll look after your health care. It'll be joy and fun, and your wish is my command. And it's for votes. It's draining. It's absolutely draining the countries. It's reckless. It's spendthrift. It's manifesting things that you don't want. And it's political. This King of Swords is a politician. And that's what's happening here in Canada. They bring in a lot of people from other countries, and more than what we can afford or have room for or healthcare for. It's unfair to these people. And it's all political, because these people come in and they get all these fun things, and joy and happiness, and wow, isn't this nice? You don't have to put up with all the stuff that you put up in your old country. And it's everything's a little bit calmer and more peaceful here. Now please vote for me. It's a long-term plan. Now please vote for me. Keep me in power. You owe me. I brought you over here. I'm giving you all this stuff. You owe me. You have to give me your vote. It's all political. It's to weaken the base that wouldn't vote for this person. But it's power. The King of Swords, power. It's power. End of story. And there's plans for more. There's more. Patience, more to come. If this was in reverse, I would say, I think they've overstepped their boundaries. But you know, the thing is with the people who are coming in from the Muslim countries, you know, they don't have a peaceful existence. You know, there's a lot of the places are war and torn, right? There's lots of war going on. You know, even you think back to Iraq and Iran and everything that's going on, and all of a sudden, look, this even looks like a little English cottage. Everything's green. It's not desert anymore. And, you know, you can have as many kids as you want. And boy, it's a dream come true, a wish come true. And look at the treasure chest that you have there. And look how peaceful it is. And nobody's crazy here. And the clock agrees with me. So they're draining the coffers. They're, it's costing them all their money so that they can stay in power. It's political. It's political. But you have to bring in people who don't have it as good. Otherwise, they're not going to vote for you. They're going to be like, well, what do I care? I had a good life where I was. I'll vote for who I want to. And then the politicians say, well, you have to continue to vote for me. Otherwise, you don't know. Maybe the next government will send you home or cut off your benefits. You know, I won't. Okay. So here's a question here, and I've done a little bit about this. Did any members of the Russian royal family actually survive the revolution? Because I've read books about Anastasia surviving and living in America. Now, I just recently did on the Russian royal family, and yes, there are some survivors, and they are living in Paris. But they're distant cousins, like if they did a DNA test, and I believe that's how they discovered the bodies that were buried in Russia. They used these cousins that were in Paris. So any of the Russian royal family, yes, and they're like distant cousins or whatever. And I did do that reading, and Anastasia did not survive, and not living in America. But there were distant cousins who got out in time, and like I said, they're living in Paris, and I think they're all just living in Paris. But yeah, I recently just did that reading on the Russian royal family, so I don't know. I don't know if that's on the other channel or this one. I'll have a look for you. Was Pope John Paul I murdered, and why? Okay, good one. That's a good current one because we have another pope, and I was going to ask that. That would have been one of my questions. Is the pope that we saw last Sunday the real pope? Are they trying to keep him alive till Easter? They don't want to have to do a conclave and not have a pope for Easter. Right? What an inconvenient, you know, can you imagine being that selfish and dying during Lent? Was Pope John Paul I murdered, and why? Let's find out. Pope John I murdered, and why? Cards are ready. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so that would tell me no. The High Priestess, there was something secretive about it. 9 of Wands, I think he might have been sick for 9 months. 2 of Pentacles, you know, he might have been pushed. Like, you know, for example, I know we didn't have MAID yet in Canada when my grandfather passed away in 2002. But the doctor kept increasing his morphine because he was 92 and he was suffering quite badly with cancer. And the doctor just kept pushing his morphine until one day it was just enough. And my grandfather passed away quite easily. And we all say the doctor did him a favor and did it as legally as he could. And I'm thinking that's what happened here. I don't think he was murdered, but he may have been pushed to the edge here. They may have been looking at their options. The Hierophant in reverse. There's the Pope himself. 3 of Cups upright. And the tower, no, it was definitely man-made. I have no murder cards here at all. What's underlying? 10 of Pentacles, no. Legacy, passing things down, retiring. Here he is, he died. I think the cards are telling me he definitely was fighting something for at least 9 months. And I think they maybe secretly maybe gave him a little bit too much medication, or, you know, cut off his oxygen or something like that. That was almost like a blessing in disguise. But was he murdered? No, we don't have any murder cards here at all. It was man-made, though. It definitely was man-made. He may have had, because the Ace of Pentacles here can be medication. They may have given him too much medication or the wrong medication. I think that's exactly what happened. 2 pills here. Here's this pill is like, what are we going to do? You know, he's suffering. So let's just give him a little bit of a push. But was it murder? No, I think it was out of a blessing, out of, you know, let's let this man go in peace here with the Hierophant in reverse. I think he was really suffering. I think he suffered for a long time. But here's the 10 of Pentacles. If this was in reverse, I might have even said, well, maybe somebody pushed him out. But no, this is the happy family, the legacy. I mean, I don't have murder cards here. Would be like the Knight of Swords in reverse, or even the Ace of Swords in reverse would be, you know, a 10 of Swords. It could be a murder. Or any other kind of military, and even King of Wands can sometimes, or the Doctor, the King of Swords in reverse, but none of that's here. I think it was secretly, they just let him go in peace. They just kind of went, oh, well, maybe either they held back medication that he needed, or they doubled the dose to help push it along, but not murder. No, not at all. That was a great question. Okay, is Charles the father of Harry? This is a great conspiracy question. I know there's lots of royal questions here. You know, obviously I've got a lot of people who watch both channels. But if you're really interested in royals and didn't know, I have another channel that I mostly just talk about the conspiracy with the royals. And that's Mystical Fortunes Tarot. Is Charles the father of Harry? DNA related. Now that's a tricky question, because what if Andrew's the father of Harry? Then he would be DNA related. So let's ask, is Charles the biological father of his son, Harry? All right. Sometimes that's how specific you have to be to the cards. Is Charles the biological father of his son, Prince Harry? Cards are ready. Strength in reverse. I forgot to ask the cards, why are we getting this card all the time? Can you believe it? What is going on? Knight of Cups in reverse. No, he's not. Knight of Cups upright would be him bringing his special sauce. In reverse, his special sauce falls out. 3 of Wands. 3 people took to get that baby out. King of Cups in reverse. No, he's not. Charles is a Scorpio, so he's the King of Cups. 7 of Swords in reverse. The Fool in reverse. They're fooling us. And 7 of Cups in reverse. Gaslighting. He is not. There was 3 people to make that baby. So there was Diana. There was, of course, Charles is the named father, and then there's the bio dad. So it's not 3 people to make the baby. There's 3 people that came together so that child could exist. But no, King of Cups, this is a very strong no. King of Cups in reverse, that Charles is not the biological father of that child. Well, I knew right away with the Strength in reverse and Knight of Cups in reverse, that would tell me right there, no, it's not his juice in that cup. 7 of Swords, there's just some kind of, well, just, you know, making a fool of everybody. Seven of Cups, gaslighting people. Seven of Swords, there's some kind of strategy behind it, possibly to make, make sure that Charles looks, that they were having marital relations and to fool us. The Fool in reverse. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, I like this question. Was J.E., so Jeffrey Epstein, really an Israeli spy working for Mossad? Were the videos used to get congressmen or senators to change their votes? Whoa, I like this question. This is a good one. Was Jeffrey Epstein a Mossad agent? And did he use videos of people doing untoward things with children to control them, especially senators or congressmen, to change their vote? I like this question. This is a good conspiracy question. How deep down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Is it Mossad or Mossad? Mossad or Mossad? That's the Israeli equivalent to CIA. Mossad? Is Jeffrey Epstein an Israeli spy? Is Jeffrey Epstein an Israeli spy? Cards are ready. Six of Wands in reverse. Well, somebody wasn't successful. And that's also can be ego in reverse. The Star in reverse. Knight of Wands. Well, that would be him being a spy. The Hanged Man, trapping people. The Hierophant in reverse. Three of Cups. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? The last question had these two cards. The Two of Swords in reverse. 1, 2, 3. Well, people didn't have a choice. The Hanged Man, Two of Swords in reverse, and Six of Wands. Their ego got the best of them, and they did actually feel kind of trapped. There he is as the Knight of Wands. Three of Cups and the Hierophant. I think the Hierophant would be like the CIA or Mossad or FBI. Usually it's a Knight or the King of Wands that's usually, but the Hierophant could be like the upper, the directors, let's say. What's the underlying here? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Well, thank you for not showing the Strength card. So this is saying no, he didn't work for Mossad. I think he worked for somebody else. Somebody bigger than Mossad. I think he did use the egos of people, because the Knight of Wands is also a Chad card. And I think he did use the egos of other people and kind of put them in their place. And there is something here of a trap. So perhaps they were like at a party or something, and then the choice was taken from them. It may have cost them a lot of money to get out of it. I'm almost getting from these cards that the Hierophant here is above who the spies are, right? Above Mossad. Like, for example, the president is above the FBI and CIA, right? So I'm getting that this Hierophant is above, because they would actually show up as wands. FBI, the director of FBI or CIA or Mossad would show up as the King of Wands. And there's always somebody above them directing them. With this Hierophant here, and it's in reverse, it could be a religious group. I mean, I'll let you guess which one that is. It could be. And they send him out. I think here with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, though, I think they were more after money than anything. More because he was a billionaire, but nobody can explain how he became a billionaire. I'm wondering if with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, he caught them doing things untoward based on their ego. And then they were kind of stuck in this situation. And the only way out was to pay their way out. I'm not getting like any kind of spy ring. I'm getting more like a money ring, like a mafia almost. Now, is that Israeli mafia or American mafia or but I'm getting like that. Like I'm getting like the Godfather kind of feeling here. And if you happen to be Jewish, then perhaps it was Israeli. Maybe it is Israeli mafia. I don't know if something like that exists. But it's definitely above the spy pay grade. Definitely. He was here for money. He did it for money. He trapped them. Isn't that interesting? Almost nude looking here, trapped. He trapped them. They had no choice. They had no choice. They had to pay up. He found a way. He got to their ego. And I don't think it was for political. We don't have any political cards here. It was for money. Definitely for money. But he was not at the top of the food chain. He was a foot soldier. He just happened to be more famous than the other ones. All right. Oh, I like that question. That actually answers a lot. Okay. Okay, let's switch it up. A little bit lighter information. Was Jamie Foxx purposely poisoned? Was Jamie Foxx purposely poisoned? I did a reading about Jamie Foxx. I can't remember. Like I said, my bandwidth for remembering some of the things I did on the videos. Actually, I had someone said, you know, you predicted the earthquake in Asia. And I said, I don't think so. I went back to the video and sure enough, I said an earthquake that affects food. It'll affect the food distribution, and it's in an Asian country that makes rice. So there you go. I didn't say the exact country, but the general area. Was Jamie Foxx but anyways, long story short, I didn't remember saying that, but it's on video. I did say that. Was Jamie Foxx purposely poisoned? Was Jamie Foxx purposely poisoned? Was Jamie Foxx purposely poisoned? Was Jamie Foxx? I'm trying to think. I think my reading said, let me draw the cards first before I tell you, that he wasn't purposely poisoned. He accidentally was. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Something wasn't fair. Somebody was greedy. 7 of Cups, gaslighting. Gaslighting. 7 of Cups, I think it was more of a drug overdose. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. Knight of Wands upright. 7 of Pentacles upright. So where are we? 2, 4, 6. And 8 of Wands upright. So no, he wasn't poisoned. I think he had a long-term drug problem here with the 7 of Pentacles and this 8 of Wands. This can almost feel like this 8 of Wands, like, whoa, man, whoa. And look, almost going to heaven. I think he had a drug overdose and he almost rode all the way up to heaven. Look at the pointer on that. I think he was partying. Here's this, what I call my Chad card. We're here for a good time, not a long time. And I think, especially with the 7 of Cups in reverse, And the Six of Pentacles in reverse, perhaps somebody gave him something that was stronger than what he was used to or what he thought it was. Like, for example, maybe there was fentanyl in the cocaine and he thought he was just having cocaine, and there actually happened to be some fentanyl in it. And I think he almost met his maker. I honestly do. Look at that Eight of Wands. It's pointing, it's going, there you go, off you go. But was he poisoned? No. Was it self-inflicted? I think so. And there's a damn Strength card again. Yeah, I think he thought he was, just like I said, I know for a fact they're putting that fentanyl in the cocaine. Maybe he thought he was just buying cocaine. And I think it was somebody new he hasn't dealt with before, and he didn't realize what was in it. And I think he almost died from a drug overdose. And that's what my sources are telling me. And I think that's what my last reading said as well, is that it was a female who brought him the drugs and he had no idea what they were, and he accidentally overdosed. I think he's off drugs for good though now. I think that really smartened him up. So I'm going to take this Strength card out, and I'm going to ask, what is up with this Strength card? How come we're getting this Strength card so much? Interesting how many times we get the Strength card and we haven't got the Devil card once. We're asking conspiracy theories. What is up with this Strength card showing up all the time? What do you want? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Maybe I'm not supposed to be talking about this stuff. I never think of that. What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? I don't have any, I have Mars in Leo. I was just going to say, I don't have any strong planets in Leo. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. The Star in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Page of Wands. We're going to hear news that the king is dying. This is about the royal family. Look at this. This is the inheritance, the ending of a legacy. There's the Emperor, the king, Four of Wands. There's his, in reverse, his funeral. There's the Star in reverse, no hope and healing. Judgment, that would, in reverse, that would also tell me that that is no more chances. Two of Cups in reverse, that would be the ending of his relationship. And here's the Page of Wands, the news. The cards are trying to get my attention to tell me something is going on with the king. Now, is this the US king? Or is this the British royal family king? The cards are trying to get my attention and tell me that an emperor is going down. And we're going to hear about it very soon. It's an emperor who's married. And there's no hope and healing. A funeral. So see, sometimes the cards, they're like little 5-year-olds. And you pick them up from kindergarten, and and you're trying to tell them, okay, we got to go home, we got to get ready for soccer, we got to do this. And they're like, mommy, 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 mommy. They don't hear a word you say until you acknowledge them. You go, yes, I drew an apple. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, now we get to go for, right? And I think this is what this card is telling me. We're missing something here. An emperor is going down. A funeral. An inheritance. No more chances getting well again. It's going to be the ending of a couple, and we're going to hear the news soon. All right. Oh, the Lovers in reverse. Gemini, it could be Trump. But not, I don't know. It could be Could be Charles too, because they're the, you know, the lovers that weren't allowed. And on that note, there's many more to go, but I don't want to make this too long. We've already gone almost 90 minutes. I will do part 2 tomorrow. All right. So I was going to do that this morning, but that solar eclipse was pretty strong. I had to wait till the energy kind of passed. And that's why it's a little bit late. But I'm up to an hour and a half. I still have lots of questions to go. We'll finish it up tomorrow. Please enjoy and have a good evening. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your participation. And if you enjoy this, we'll do this once a month. Let me know down in the comments. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.